Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. We've got 3 jobs on today. They're all fascia soffits and gutters and gutter clears. The first one we're doing is going to be windows as well. The first job is the front only of the property, and next 2 jobs, they're bigger ones. So today I've got a son, David, as well as, if you can see him hiding there, Matthew. So follow along and see how we get on today with the fascia soffits and gutters and gutter clears. I've got David, he's just setting up his bit from the van. Matthew's just getting a couple of little bits, some of these flexi buckets, so it's all ready for the gutter vacuuming. We're going straight from the generator, not using extension cable, because it's not far to clean the front of this property. So there's our Skyvac Industrial 85, absolutely love this machine. 5-metre hose. Matthew's got the gutter vac all set up to go, using the camera system and monitor. What I've got here is gardener's backpack. It's full, mixed with a ratio of 1:10 of Synergy Pro, and I've got a carbon fibre pole spare knocking about, so I've made up a sprayer. And then also I've got set up is my water fed pole to go through after for all the fascia soffits and gutters upper and lower. I got David as my cameraman while he's waiting to get to the bits that he can clean. I'm spraying on the Synergy Clean Pro, whatever it's called, Synergy. It's really good stuff. I thought it'd be quicker, and Matthew's doing the gutter clear while I'm doing all this. I just thought I'd try it out as a sprayer rather than doing what I normally do, which is dip my brush in a bucket of Synergy and then applying it to the gutters that way. When I do the fascia soffits and gutters, I do all the down pipes, any pipe work basically, why not? And I'm just getting all this lower stuff done. When I start cleaning, the lower stuff is what David's going to clean. And all I'm doing now is just scrubbing in that Synergy solution. I could have just left it really, just let it do its thing. I thought I'd give it a quick scrub. Right, it's that clean done. That went quite well. The gardener backpack worked well as a sprayer. It's just an attachment I've got on a gardener's gooseneck, and it's from Gardeners, just fits on the end. I've got I think it was a red 50-degree nozzle, if that's right, for fan jets, and that's what I was using as a makeshift sprayer. I have got an attachment I use, but it's got a green nozzle in there, so I bought some different nozzles off DA Components, another 2 different ones. I'm waiting for them to come through the post, so that's why I use my makeshift one and see how they fare up. And yeah, I quite like that one. I thought it sprayed on full power. That's a bit overkill, but it went on, and you probably saw that, well, we're scrubbing. It was coming off as I was scrubbing the Synergy Pro cleaning, and then when I rinsed it, it just come up really easy. So it definitely made scrubbing a lot easier compared to the normal way I do things. Anyway, on with the next 2. Right, we're all set up using the generator to power back the Skyvac. We're going to start around the back. But on this property, we've got all these gable ends the fascia soffits and gutters as well as a gutter clear, and I've got a conservatory roof. So I'll be getting up there to do all them. And this tight space means the water's going to be falling on me and get me wet. There's the conservatory roof. Back is where we're starting first, because it'll be easier. Another tight access to get to the roof here, but I use a step ladder down here, so I'll do it. And the gable end. And what I've got to work out now is to use my sprayer is the old bucket with Synergy Pro and dipping the brush in. The reason is because I use the, I've forgotten what it's called now, tubular system. The female Rectus 21 is not locking onto the male end. So I'm guessing it's because of the Synergy Pro 2 soapy, something like that. So I'm gonna have to work out modification, got an idea. So just resort to the old way. See how we get on. I've had the Industrial 85 from Skyvac for 3 to 4 years now. It's absolutely brilliant machine and I love every time I use it. The frame's really good, with the wheels it makes moving it around a house really good. You can take the system off the frame for tight areas, and yeah, we absolutely love it. I've got the Elite poles, so they're carbon fibre. They are expensive, but I absolutely love them. You didn't see at the front, we had to use a lot of poles on there to get all the gullies cleared, and we managed to do it all from the ground. So I do really love these poles. When we use a vacuum, as a rule of thumb, what we do is we just use it with 2 motors. We only have 3 when we need it. This is David here. He's having a go here at the gable ends on this side while I was cleaning the opposite side. I had to come out here because David had cleaned these. I just had to touch up a few places. It's the first time David's tried cleaning this sort of thing, and he was saying how tough it was in terms of his neck was hurting because he doesn't do this every day. He's just come to help me and Matthew for the day, really. He'd done a good job, but I was just going over things. And then I got the difficult bit you'll see in a minute where I've got to reach over the conservatory roof. But having a nice high mod pole, it basically makes these sort of things a lot easier. I've got the carbon nano, you probably all know that, those who watch me videos a lot. It's quite, well it is, it's a rigid pole and it's a high mod, so it's nice and light. Right, slight problem when Matthew was sorting out a guttering and doing a bit of a downspipe. It knocked this bit loose, and then as I'm cleaning it, it's gone and dropped down. So it's landed another bit of a downspipe, whatever it's called. But it belongs to part of the conservatory. It's broken, so I'm gonna have to fix that. I can take it off, and I know somewhere around here near where we're cleaning where I can get a replacement part today, and I can refit it for the customer. So that's something I'll do at the end of the job. And the customer's got to nip off soon, so that's why we're starting at the back, so we could lock everything up and just leave us to finish off at the front. But I'll speak to him about this, and I can always lock the gate before I go. With these fascia soffits and gutters, they're UPVC, except for the soffits, they're actually wooden, so they're quite awkward to clean because cobwebs really cling onto them, and you just got to do the best you can in that scenario. I'm not going to get it up brilliant compared to all the plastic stuff. So we're now starting on the windows. It's not part of the clean, but I did say at the start to the customer, we're going to make a mess, so I might as well clean your windows. He has got a window cleaner who's going to come in a week's time, but I said I'll go over them anyway because that's how I work anyway. I'm now starting this conservatory roof, and I start on the finials. Normally I do one side and then I come over and do the other side of the finials first, because all it simply does is you're throwing rubbish over something you've already cleaned whilst to do the whole bit of the roof. But because I'm standing on the step ladder and I'm fighting the trees behind me, I just thought, sod it, I'm going to do the finials, then I'm going to start on the roof. But all I was going to do is, once I got these finials done, because I have used the Synergy Pro, I'm just dipping my brush in it, and I'm just applying Synergy Pro basically, and then giving things a scrub and a wipe down. I normally do everything from the step ladder, but to speed things up, I decided to do it from the ground, because really all I'm doing is applying Synergy and just letting it do its time of dwelling in. Luckily it's not a really hot day, so in fact it starts raining later. It's overcast, so I haven't got to worry about it drying on, but you can see how good this stuff is. I mean, look at all that running off. It's absolutely brilliant Synergy, I love it. And sometimes though, these roofs look worse than what they actually are, so I think it would have come up without it, but it definitely makes life easier. I'm on the last part of the roof now. All the other two sides I've gone over with Synergy Pro, and then you've seen me giving it a wash down as well, and then a quick rinse. It's not the final rinse, because basically once I've cleaned all of this, because remember I'm going to do the finials from here as well, so that's just going to make the opposite side a bit dirty. Is once I finish this side, I'll then go get on me step ladder and give everything final clean. What's always handy is to have a 6-inch squeegee. I can stick it on a pole and get to these bits underneath the decorative parts and the finials, because there's moss under there sometimes and you can't dig it out with your water fed pole. So find a little squeegee, really handy to detail those bits up. All you got to do is get it on the panels, because after that you can use your water fed pole to get everything else down. The problem with some of these finials is as well, took the brush off and I'm just using my gooseneck, is you get some moss that's stuck in some of the lines and decorative bits, and there's no way your brush is going to get it out. So I just used that to scrape what I could off, and then giving it a touch up with the brush again. Here's the final product, just showing off everything all nice and clean, and had a final rinse down. Right, it's that job. I've just had to go home to fix the bits that have gone wrong. I didn't get to replace the broken part of the gutter. I went to the shop. That particular part's not made anymore, so I've gone and put it back. I've sent a message to the customer saying I've got it under control, because I'll speak to the guy that owns the shop. He'll probably know a way of fixing it. Just leave it with me and I'll deal with it basically. But I'll just show you some of the bits I've nipped home to do. We're going to fill up with water and what I've actually done. Right, when we're using this as a spray and putting the chemical through, it's coming through and was attached to this bit of pole hose, which I have attached with the quick lock system, slick connect system to the backpack, and then the Rectus 21 inside this bit, because we like to use the tubeless system. That went US on us basically, so I've had to come home. I've got a spare one, I've replaced that. So what we now do is attach that to the gardener's backpack when it's just pure water. But when we start spraying, basically I'll attach this bit to the pole hose I've got, which is univalve in there, running through the sprayer pole, and then it's going to another slick connector. So basically I just attach two slick connectors together. There's no Rectus 21 involved, and then we can get back to doing it that method for fascia, soffits and gutters rather than the bucket. Final clean of the day, it's fascias, soffits, gutters, a gutter clear, and then it's the windows and the conservatory windows as well. And also from this moment onwards, they're going to be regular customers for the window clean and conservatory windows every 8 weeks. I don't think I really needed to use the Synergy Pro on here because they weren't actually that bad, but I'm glad I did. I just wanted to test that everything worked with what I've done and the modifications and having to fix things. So the Synergy Pro was easy to spray on, it was nice and quick, and here I am just scrubbing it all in now, and you'll see that I like to have the gooseneck so it's straight, and then I've still got the swivel gooseneck on there, and I just find it easier to clean the gutters, the fascias and the soffits without having to keep bringing my pole down and changing the angle of things. And that's what I do on the big houses as well, the taller ones. It's the way I work anyway. It speeds me up. Like I said, any of these down pipes or any other pipe work, I clean all these up as well. Like I said before, why not? Done all that hard work, so you might as well go the extra mile and just get everything looking really good. Otherwise it just stands out like a sore thumb. I was spraying the Synergy with my sprayer, basically behind the gutters and then onto the fascia behind it, where it's really hard to get to with your brushes. And then what I found is when I've gone through here to do the final clean and I'm rinsing up there, it was cleaning up behind it really well as well. Normally I get up there with the flicker brush off my muck-off brush. So whether this is always going to be the case or not, I don't know. Because remember, these actually weren't too bad. But it did get up there and they come up really nice and clean. So I was pretty well impressed. But I find out on the bad cleans if that actually gets behind there without me having to use my muck-off brush. Still had to use the muck-off brush though in places. That's mainly the old cobwebs and egg sacs that are stuck on the brackets. It's almost 5:30. That's us done for the day. The second job we did cost us quite a bit of time actually, because we broke that little corner bit of the gutter system that's coming off the conservatory. It's cost me a lot of time, because basically we nipped off to use the toilets, then I drove over to, which wasn't far from where we were, Fixings and Plastics, and they've got loads of stuff there. So they would have had the replacement for what I was after. I think I might have explained it. I don't know what's going on. But they didn't have that part, because that particular part made by that company or that make is no longer made anymore. They had some bits from that company, but they're not the size I was after. So then I've had to drive back and then refit that. And then by the time we've driven home, done the repairs and then driven to here, it's basically cost us 2 hours altogether, believe it or not. So that's us done, heading home now anyway. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, really helps me out. Put stuff in the comments, really appreciate it, and I'll get back to you. And YouTube somewhere will stick a video for you to watch next. See you later.